Well, Al, in the end, a thoroughly professional performance this afternoon. It took a while to make the breakthrough, but once you did, was the game ever really in doubt?
Well, I think it was a professional performance as well. We set out to do exactly what we did. Get 3 points, try and keep a clean sheet, and move on with 3 extra points on the board. So it was professional, people did their jobs. Wasn't an outstanding game, but I said that after last week's game, it's going to be very similar. Got to earn the right to win these type of games, and I think overall the 90 minutes, I think we did earn the right to win it.
You and I were speculating before kick-off about how Hyde might shape up today, and they did go quite defensive, another body in midfield today, and frustrated you for a little while.
Yeah, I think they did. So we had to deal with that, and it's a little bit of instruction, it's a little bit of reorganisation, but it's more about my disappointing part for the first 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Was that we didn't press the man on the ball, and we allowed him time and space to operate, and you can't do that at any level. But fair credit to the lads, they changed attitude at half time, and I thought we got a grip of the game, and I thought we scored 2 good goals, well worked, well equipped goals, good finishes. So as I say, it's 3 points.
It is 3 points. Your goalkeeper made a couple of good saves, and he didn't have a lot to do today, but when he was called into action, he was excellent.
Yes, that's what he's there for, isn't it? And he's proved it time and time again now. When people break through, he's there, he's a big presence. His reading of the situation is very good. And to be fair, I think, overall, over the season, I thought it's probably 8 or 9 of them he's done, double blocks. So, every credit to Dan is, he does his job, and he does it well.
And for anyone who thought the playoffs were out of sight for Stockport County, that's certainly not the case today, is it? I think it's 10 points out of a possible 12 now in the last 4 games. You've closed the gap to 2 points now to the playoffs, and it was one of those days. You've won today, and the top 5, I think 4 of them were lost and 1 drew.
Don't write us off. Don't let anybody write us off. We've got a mentality here that you've seen it year in, year out. You don't be the front runner. You build in, you're progressing. We get a little bit better. You get a hiccup now and again, but overall, we're sort of climbing, not at a fast rate, but a nice rate. And now we've got the final run in, and we're in a position where, to be quite honest, I'm quite happy where we are, because I think we can put another run of wins together and maybe nudge a few out of the way.
You've managed to achieve 10 points out of 12. Playing different systems as well, and today you went with wide men, and Nathan Wolfe, first start since November, and did well for you today.
Yeah, he did very well. He's had a rough deal because he's been out injured, and he's shown a few things in the reserve team game the other night. Plus the fact that we've had situations, little pockets in front of the full-backs, and as I said, I spoke to you before about conceding the 17 goals from those sort of areas. So it was a double whammy. It was having people in that position to retreat behind the ball when we're out of possession, and it worked. I mean, it did work, and that's the end of it.
Did he have a knock when he came off?
Well, what happened in a warm-up, he just sort of nudged the hip flexor, and I spoke to Ali constantly during the second half, and we just thought, no, it was a precautionary sub. I don't like, with the games we've got coming up, we've got one on Monday, we've got one on Wednesday, next Saturday. It won't worth taking the chance. So we thought we could fill that position in for the remainder of the game. And Bobby come on and did well, and on the other side, we showed that up as well. It's a clean sheet. It's 2 goals, 2 good goals, and it's 3 points.
One person who wasn't a precaution was Jordan Fagbowler, who came off with what looked to be a nasty one. What's happened to him?
Well, I just know that he's got hamstring strain. In terms of what level it is, I've no idea. We don't find that out till a couple of days after it settles down. But it's an injury that it's been frequent with Jordan. But you can't allow for that. Had these things happen, and we just got to get on with it.
So Cheshire Senior Cup on Monday, Bradford Park Avenue away on Wednesday, and real competition for places on Wednesday because you're going to have Greg Wilkinson available, and we've just heard now Jack Ryan has signed till the end of the season. How pleased are you with these players returning?
Well, they're two good players, aren't they? I mean, Jack's sort of got himself into the team over, his first spell and his second spell with us, and he's done well. He's scored goals. Greg, I think if anybody would have been viewing the training session on Thursday night, they would have seen a performance and a half. And he's a good player. So yeah, it's great competition, and I think they are really, really valuable signings. And they're going to nudge people away. And I can remember several weeks ago when we was having 9 players out injured, and now I've got 7 of them back, and the squad is looking stronger. And as you say, we're 2 points off the playoffs. But the biggest thing is don't ever write us off. Write us off, and it's a nice little message to me because I want to scrap and prove people wrong.
You've got to improve your away form if you are going to be there or thereabouts. That's going to be tested in the next week or so, isn't it?
Of course it is, yeah. Yeah, we know the full state of the picture and what we've got to do. But as I say, we're quite pleased with the 10 points that we've got over the past 4 games, including the game at Boston. I think we can be resolute when we want to be. We might have to just tidy a few areas up. There's still a few bits that really want polishing up, but last 4 games, I've been reasonably satisfied. Last week was a bit of a stinker for me, but 3 points last week, 3 points this week, close to the playoffs, and a Peroni in there after. So.
And you can say it's a strange league, isn't it? When you look at today's results, the top 5, none of them win. The next 4 in the league all do win. So it's such a topsy-turvy division. Yeah,
what you got to do, we just got to keep doing our best.
Yeah.
Whatever happens with other teams, we're going to get this. People they've gone on a fantastic run. At some point, it's got to end, and it's how they deal with it when it starts to end, and and they go on a roll of not so clever results. If we can maintain our surge, for want of a better expression, and just keep tidying in, and just being there or thereabouts. And we've got some decent fixtures as well to come. I know a few of them are away, but we're geared up now. We've got a nice mentality in there. We don't want to lose. We don't like losing. And for me, I'm pushing for it. And all the players are pushing for it. The club's pushing for it, and the fans deserve it.
And you get the feel, don't you, around the ground? It is County's most successful season for 7 years, whatever happens now. And after 7 seasons of famine, you really want to deliver for these fans, don't you?
Dead right. I mean, it's very difficult for me because I've often said that I'm a fan in a privileged position, but I've got a job to do as well, and I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. And I strongly feel that and people can throw the sentences back in my face at the end of the day, but if I don't believe we're going to get in the playoff, who does? So I'm going to try and get that mentality right for the final stage of the season to push the club where I think it deserves to be. The fans are fantastic. And we need to just show that what we're made of, and hopefully over the next few games we can push on and maybe bring that dream a little bit closer.
It's a great win, 10 points out of 12. Well done.
Thank you.